Hello everybody, I am Torit Mato. Today I will talk on various mediums of drawing. For a black and white monochrome drawing, you can use graphite pencils, charcoal or charcoal pencils, and pen and ink. Graphite pencils are the ones we get access to even before we think of art. These become our first scribbling tools the moment we learn holding something to scribble on probably any surface. The graphite pencils are easily available, affordable, and can be carried easily anywhere. These come in various grades and shades and are great to start drawing with. They are quite forgiving and can easily be erased should there be any mistake. On the flip side, they are considered too basic by many and don't really get quite dark like charcoal. Also, the darker shades can be smudged easily, and hard pencils can do a lot of indentation on the paper, which becomes irreparable. Charcoal and charcoal pencils, on the other hand, offer great dark shade and encourages expressive marks. These can also be used in several layers, but a charcoal stick would definitely break when you don't want it to break. Charcoal pencils that way are much better. Charcoal, however, at times can get quite messy and need fixing on paper. Charcoal also cannot be used comfortably for finer details as graphite pencils. So ideally, a combination of graphite and charcoal pencils can produce best results. Pen and ink is quite sophisticated for aesthetic works of art. You can produce excellent impressions by varying the line thickness and types of wash. The good quality pen sets and inks, however, can get expensive, but once mastered, these can offer real exclusive effects. While black and white has its own charm, and drawing with pencils, charcoal, and pens can provide valuable practice and can be highly satisfying too, with the colored drawing mediums, you can really experiment and produce works which are as expressive and as polished as any painting. For drawing in color, there are a number of different colored mediums available, like colored pencils, crayons, soft and oil pastels, and different colored inks with pens. Colored pencils make a good starting point for anyone launching into color. They are easy to use and handling is in the same way as the familiar graphite pencil. They are very quick to set up and zero cleanup required. Though there is a wide range of colors available, you can start with a few colors and build up a more extensive collection gradually. You don't have to worry about drying time as you do with paint. Like all color media, they are made from pigment held together with a binder. The quantity of binder used varies from one manufacturer to another. So you will find differences in consistency between brands. Some pencils are soft, chalky, and opaque, resembling pastels. Some are slightly greasy, and others are hard and fairly transparent. You will only discover which ones you like by trying them out, which is one very good reason for starting with a small range. Some manufacturers make water-soluble pencils as well, which are particularly useful because you can use them both wet and dry, spreading the color in some parts of a drawing and using lines in other. A few challenges the colored pencils pose are: you need time and patience if you want to use colored pencils to the full potential. You cannot really erase, so they tend to be a bit more daunting to newcomers. Good quality pencils come a bit expensive, and you have to understand how to layer and blend correctly, and you probably won't pick this up through trial and error. A normal set of colored pencils with about 12 shades is good enough. With the water soluble pencils, the scope of colored pencils have increased quite a lot. Colors can be mixed in a number of different ways, the classic method being hatching and cross-hatching. Blues lightly hatched over yellow and then cross-hatched in places with deeper blues will produce beautifully varied areas of green, while color could be introduced into shadow areas by hatching and cross-hatching over black with dark blues and purples. Crayons. Crayons can be used just like pencils. They are children friendly, no sharpening required, but cannot be blended or erased easily. Soft pastels. Pastels are made in soft and hard versions. The soft pastels are generally sold in the form of cylindrical sticks. These are almost pure pigment bound with a tiny amount of gum and are consequently very crumbly. Hard pastels made with a higher proportion of binder come in square sectioned sticks. They produce much crisper, clearer lines and do not smudge as easily. Pastel pencils are also good for linear effects. They are somewhere in between hard and soft pastels in their consistency. Spray fixative is necessary for any drawings in pastel. The work of pastel can be classified as a drawing or a painting. In general, a pastel with an obvious linear emphasis is considered to be a drawing, while those in which colors are built up thickly in layering techniques and line plays a minor role are clearly paintings, although not done with a brush. In the context of drawing, it is the mark making capacity of pastels rather than their ability to build up colors that is more important. And in this field, they are supreme among the media. A colored pencil can only produce lines, and although these can be thick, thin, heavy or light, there are few other possible permutations. Pastels, whether you use the hard or soft variety, have a far greater inherent range. They can be sharpened to a point to produce crisp, incisive marks, used blunt for softer lines, or broken into short lengths and used sideways to make strokes of color. Pastel pencils are less versatile in mark making terms, handling very much like colored pencils, except that they are considerably softer. They are also softer than hard pastels and cannot produce the same fine lines that are possible with the edge of a square sectioned hard pastel stick. However, they are pleasant to use and excellent for relatively small scale work. The color can be partially sprayed with water and a clean brush to produce a wash effect and to soften lines where necessary. Oil pastels. Oil pastels have the great advantage of not requiring fixative, as the pigment is bound with waxes and oils. The variation in consistency from range to range is enormous, with some pastels being quite hard and others almost melting in your hand. But there are two basic categories: wax oil pastels and non-wax ones, simply called oil pastels. Oil pastels do not make very crisp lines either, but they are ideal for bold drawings and vivid, solid areas of color. Some artists prefer them to soft pastels as they are less crumbly, less fragile, and do not require fixing. Furthermore, they allow you to make use of technique called graffito, in which one layer of color is scratched back to reveal other. A variety of effects can be achieved in this way, from fine lines made with a sharp implement to more subtle broken color effects, achieved by scraping back successive layers of color with the edge of a knife. Thank you for watching this video. You need to try out each medium to understand the various possibilities. Check out my next video on painting mediums, wherein I am going to discuss watercolor, oil and acrylic. See you.